Hi, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. This is me, Bearded Narwhal, with Take 3. Take 3 is my character, in case you missed that portion of our video. So, let's unequip some items, since we're going to be running back to Missoula. Actually, let's Homeward Bone. That'll be faster, probably more entertaining for you. Ooh, just sink underwater and disappear. It didn't even do the smoke animation it normally does. That's kind of creepy. I have not lit the bonfire in Missoula yet, so it's actually pretty appropriate that I appeared here. So, I'll light the Missoula bonfire, but first, I'm going to use the smooth and silky stones we've been blessed with so far. Hopefully we'll get something useful. Maybe some weapons. I believe all of the weapons have really bad durability, but they're really strong. The Channeler's Trident hits multiple times per attack if you're using the one-handed heavy attack or the two-handed roll. The Old Whip just does incredible damage for a whip, and the Asylum Demon Hammer is a great hammer class, and it's really fast, so all of them are pretty good. I'd be happy with any of them. My build kind of makes room for all of them right now. I just have to up my dex a little bit. That's okay. Or my strength a lot a bit if I wanted to use the Asylum Demon's Hammer.
You! Give us smooth! Yes!
Give us smooth. Yes, you. Give us silver. Leave. I'd even be happy with life gems. That's just less souls I'll have to spend at Melentia. Yes, yes. Bolt Stone. And Bolt Stone. Great. The only thing we'll use out of those is the life gem. The Bolt Stones, if you're unfamiliar with imbuing weapons, will put lightning on our weapon, which sounds great if it gave that much damage by itself, but it actually requires faith scaling on most weapons. Not all weapons add a faith scaling, but most do, and the majority of the damage, at least in my experience when I used a black steel katana, came from that scaling and not from the base damage it added of lightning. So in this run, as we're obviously not going to take faith or intelligence, we're not going to be imbuing our weapons. Not at all. So let's go over here. Let's upgrade first. I got some Titanite. Build one Titanite wizard. I think that's the first time he's ever not told me he thought I was dead. And I'm one of those. And we have a +5 mace. It's really great.
I'll be around.
I'll be using that for most boss fights that I need a sword and shield to tackle.
Is that it? Here, to see luck. However...
This will give us a couple more Estus Flasks to use. I really wish that giving her an Estus Flask shard would give you all of your uses of Estus back. I think that would be a really great system for this kind of run, where instead of acting like bonfires rejuvenate your Estus Flasks, you actually act like the act of giving her another shard and gives you another Estus Flask. I'm going to upgrade my health a lot, and then we're going to go with some extra strength, and then 1 point of dex. Sounds good to me. My health bar is already way bigger than it was on my main character. Mostly because dying wasn't as huge of a threat to him. So in case those guys respawn, I put on the short sword. And my trusty blue wooden shield. Now during this run back, I am going to get the Drangleic shield and the Ring of Restoration, as I said in the last video. Kind of an oversight, leaving them behind, but this isn't a speed run. This is my personal no death, no bonfire let's play. And I believe I'm going to start uploading some of my fun play, because if anyone wants to watch me not being super careful, see how I play that way, maybe they're interested. I don't die that much on my normal characters, mostly because I'm still kind of in the mood of this, but not so much to the point that I'm overly careful. They did respawn, so I'm glad I equipped my weapon. Okay. So this is going to be pretty safe area. Died on the first. short sword is at risk. It's probably going to break soon. It's okay. We're going to be passing through Majula again. And I'll be able to repair it there. 2 normal strikes kill them now. I believe it's going to break on the 3 hollow soldiers up here. Hollow infantrymen, sorry. Wrong name. It's broken. So our fists are better. I actually quite enjoy using my fists. I would like to use do a champion run one day where I only use Cestus, and then once I get the Vanquisher seal, I only use my fists, not even Cestus. I think that'd be a really fun run. If you agree, leave a comment below and I'll start uploading that run, because I think that would be a lot of fun to do. Just as, if not more fun than this run. Use the Broken Thief Sword to get through this area now. Fights like a dagger. Stings like a bee. And I like those strikes. Those like, Ooh, does not do nearly as much damage to this guy. That's better. A more full-bodied swing there. I don't mind using life gems because using the item that's gonna lower our amount of life gems used in the future. As he hits me with a firebomb on the ladder, gaining intelligence. And while he's coming this way, I'm going to switch to my mace, which was about to break as well. I'd rather kill them fast and further our goals of breaking our weapons before we head back to Majula. And back to fists. I think your kung fu is pretty good. And we can come in here now. Probably should have done this when I came here the first time. That's okay. No one's perfect. And I'm picking up some extra souls here at least. Combination of my covetous silver serpent ring and my Seldora set and re-equip the cap. Just to capitalize on that bonus I just mentioned. I heard you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay, that's ridiculous. That... If that was my fault... I don't think that was my fault. I think their hitbox is like below ground for like the targeting, and it just decided not to. The game decided it was gonna troll me. Take that double kill action. Get some of that aggression out from that crystal wizard. Wake up, Jacques. Said wake up. That guy can parry you. It's happened once to me, and it scared the hell out of me. But don't let it happen to you. Take him by surprise, and then just take him down. And you, Spear McSpearson. Shield break when I actually have a weapon. At first I thought I hit the wall somehow with the punch. I'm not that old. This axe is probably gonna break. I'm not gonna use this axe ever again, but you know. It's always good to cover your bases, stick to what you know. Breaking my weapons on walls is what I know. Probably break it by doing that. And breaking objects. Oh. Axe. There we go. Wish the weapons looked a little different. Maybe they do. I don't know. I wish they looked like way different than their picture when they were broken, so that it was really obvious. And we're not going to go to Lost Bastille yet. Just because if we do, we can't come home until we beat the Lost Sinner. So, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to beat the Skeleton Lords. So I'm going to go back to Majula and then pay her 2,000 souls to move the bridge. And we'll be on our way to Huntsman's Copse. And after I do Skeleton Lords, I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to go to Lost Bastille or I'm going to continue on to Iron Keep. Because Huntsman's Copse is easier than Lost Bastille, but Iron Keep is way harder than Lost Bastille, and the Old Iron King is way easier than the Lost Sinner. So I don't know. We'll find out what I do when I get there. I'm just trying to take new routes. I haven't been to Huntsman's Copse since I started this run. I figured you might want to see it. I figured you'd played the game before if you're watching these. If you haven't, well, then I'm glad you're watching it all. I mean, if you don't have an interest in the game enough to buy it, that means you must have at least some minor interest in my speak. Our guest star. Welcome back. Load screen. How could I ever homeward pass to you? I wonder what he does when we're not there. Probably waits to be loaded. So that's what he does, the load screen. Alright. Once upon a time, I thought, later in this run, we'd buy the Lost Sinner mask. But we killed the vendor.
Oh,
That's
this
a Lost Sinner
and
mask, so that's not gonna
and
happen.
this shall I provide?
Thank you, listen. I shouldn't say we've never been to Huntsman's Copse. I should say you've never watched normal speed Huntsman's Copse when I'm actually being careful.
Go ahead.
Because you saw high speed times 4 Huntsman's Copse on my first character's death. You did not watch me play through Huntsman's Copse. So hopefully I'll redeem myself this time. Just a little bit, that's all I ask. And yeah, I was right. The Old Knight Greatsword is actually the regular Great Knight sword. And the Buster Sword must be the Ultra Greatsword. That's the see the animation. Does it have a poke? Not in 2 hands. I'm just using it to get through these less threatening enemies that are coming up in a few. Ooh, I don't like that wall. Every time I walk past that wall, I always feel like it's gonna push me off the ledge. And if I keep dying, I'm saying this now, if I die 10 times on YouTube before I successfully master the no death, no bonfire run, I'm going to do a no death run, which means I can use bonfires. I think that's okay. I think that's honorable. And then I can do no bonfires in my second run in New Game Plus. Maybe just a new game. You'll watch me play again on New Game. Run past that butterfly. Okay. And we're gonna switch out the Old Knight Greatsword and switch to a weapon that we can successfully kill this first enemy in here with. I am actually pretty low on weaponry. Mailbreaker does such little damage. Let's go to the hand axe. Just so that I can have a shield and a weapon out this time instead of trying to fight him with a bow. Get out of here. Visions. Visions of the past. I'm surrounded by bloodstains. They know my future. Attack. Bounce. Okay. Do it again. Oh, you want to. You want to bounce off my shield, don't you? Yes. Sweet vengeance hath been brought upon you by take 3. And we're not going to go down there. Touch the door. Run away. And his brother looks for revenge. I do have a lot more health than that character too, so that's okay. Bandit axe broken just in time. Broken hand axe for the bandit axe. Very axe-centric run. Not gonna kill that guy. What are those? Let's find out. Bounce off my shield like your buddy. Ooh, that's not off my shield. You recover too quick. Or I don't recover. There we go. Doing the safe strats. Cracked red eye orb. That's totally useful. Normally we touch the bonfire here, but since this is this kind of run, don't even bother. Normally you jump off that ledge too and get a bunch of items and have fun down there. It's actually the area isn't very not dangerous too. Isn't not dangerous? It is dangerous. If you're wondering what my playing while talking gibberish was. You gonna fall off the ledge? Oh, nice recovery. This small orange burr, that will probably help, even though we're skipping the smelter. The Alone Knights actually scared the crap out of me. On my my longest no death run, which was not on camera, I died to 2 of the Alone Knight captains shooting arrows at my face, and 1 regular knight slashing me across the face. So I have bad memories of Iron Keep. I believe, understandably so. That's why I want to do that after Lost Bastille. But I might end up doing it now, just to knock that Great Lord out of the way. I'm not going to be using this for that area next. Probably switch to Knights. And I do believe, instead of using Homeward Bones, from now on, we will be using our feet. So now is the part where my promises that I will be speeding up videos becomes true, because if I don't, these videos will become very boring. So when action's not happening, I'll just stop doing commentary, so I won't feel like it's a necessity to keep windows running. Unless someone in the comments says they miss it. I somehow doubt that's the case. But if you swing that way, swing towards the, the wanting to listen to me section of the video, then good. I have entertained someone. Yes. Ooh. I didn't even know throwing knives had an arc to them. To know. I don't think that's why I missed that first wizard. I think I just got screwed. Flame butterfly. Now we can freely pull this lever. I never realized the pants were blue before. I guess that makes sense with the gold pouch being blue and all. But I love how the dust from the bridge is coming from above the bridge that's falling. It's those little details that truly make it. This game is beautiful. It's a great looking game. I don't mean it any disrespect. I just like making fun of small things. I'd rather have floating dust particles above the actual bridge than, I don't know, than worse things. Because there are worse things, believe it or not. Right into where I wanted you. Alright. You and your friends. I see you. I see you. I really miss the ragdoll effect from the old Havoc engine. I think that was the first part of Dark Souls 1. I mean, besides all the other awesome moments, I'm grossly exaggerating that was my first moment. But it was the first moment for this conversation that I was like, where has this game been all my life? I've always wanted a floppy corpse simulator. That sounded very different from where that conversation started. I thought it was really funny that the corpses were just like super ragdoll after you hit them. I'm sure you have the same experiences with the first game. I haven't met anyone that doesn't miss that quality of the game. There are so many archers in this zone, it's crazy. This and the Sinner's Rise, the bridge leading to it, are the two areas in this game that really capitalize on that asshole archery section of Dark Souls. Like, I know everyone thinks there's no Silver Knights on the bridge mechanic in this game, but I really feel like the Sinner's Rise crossbowmen kind of fill that gap for me. I feel like that's enough. I don't really want anything more than that. And Merciless Rowena. Hopefully we could just keep doing that to her. We're not gonna want to keep taking it. Ooh! Thank you. She freed me from her own break. And it's so weird, like, NPC phantoms and NPCs seem to have, like, the longest recovery time of all enemies. Like, see that. Like, no hollow soldier would have let me hit them again in that situation. But Merciless Rowena turned out to be quite Merciless Ruin, new kids. And I am going to switch to blunt weapon. Blunt. I say blunt. Is striking weapons in this game. I was going to use the it's not correct. That's correct. So hello, Skeleton Lords. Backstab, backstab. Yes. One down. So, really unfortunate that these two are right here. I'm gonna have to run away. And luckily for me, the skeletons are faster than the lords themselves. Okay, so that went pretty well. Let's go kill him. Up a safety life gem. Thank you, safety life gem. You're so good to me. There you are. I think I have a crown. And bone wheels. Most annoying. When I first fought these guys, I had just assumed that they just kept spawning skeletons as you fought them, not based on their deaths, but just based on a timer. And I was very wrong. I ended up having all 3 sets of skeletons out at the same time. And that's not... If you've never fought the Skeleton Lords, it's not exactly an enviable position. So we're going to Iron Peak. I'm just gonna, you know, YOLO it, go all the way. Hopefully I'll pick up some weapons on the way. If I don't, I'm going to have to go back to Majula. But we'll be all the stronger for the souls that we pick up. And I know, I have Earthen Peak and Harvest Valley in the way. It's okay. I'm gonna make it to the blacksmith's daughter, and we're gonna end this video there. So, hopefully you enjoyed our fight against the Skeleton Lords. If you've never fought them before, hopefully my the insight I've given might help. Not through my words, but through my actions.
Are you a traveller? I'm Chloanne, an ore-stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Oh, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can...
So, I allowed her to talk because I think her and Lengrast are some of the most interesting characters in the game. Just because they, they're one of the few characters that actually have a relationship with another character in the game.
I suppose it's...
I feel like that's something that's missing, is characters that, like, interlace their stories. Like, there's no Lautrec. I know Creighton is supposed to fill that role, but Lautrec and the Firekeeper were such a big part of the first game, and I just don't get that feeling with Pate versus Creighton. Anyway, stop my rambling so we can end the video. Thanks for coming by. My name is Bearded Narwhal. Have a nice night.